Guys, welcome to Relaxed Running. Tyson Popplestone here. Now, at Relaxed Running, we design professional running training programs for you as a soccer player. Obviously, in the world of soccer, there's so many different fitness levels and styles of training and approaches of training and beliefs of training. It can be a little bit overwhelming if you're just trying to get started at improving your running fitness. So today, I'm going to walk you through 5 elements that we at Relaxed Running believe are crucial to your improvement in your soccer running fitness, and look at how you can implement that into your current training program. So if that sounds like something that you need, hang around, we're going to go through that just now. All right, the first thing that we need to look at is the fact that soccer is not just a one style running fitness routine. I mean, it'd be beautiful if we could just go out and go for a long, slow run a couple of times a week, and then it comes to match day and all of a sudden our fitness is fantastic. Truth is that soccer is a much more dynamic sport than that. We need to look at a number of different elements of running training to make sure we're ticking each of these boxes. So at Relaxed Running, we boil them down to 3 different areas of training. The first one is developing explosive power. Now, a lot of that is developed in the gym. If you're not doing sled pushes and deadlifts and squats and body weight jumps and box jumps, there's an element of your training that's not progressing, and that is just that core strength. If we can build that core strength off the running track, then when we get to the running track, the power that we have to work with and launch ourselves off the ground is a really important foundation to start from. The second element that we want to look at, which builds beautifully from that first point in explosive power, is developing that real intense speed. So we're not just going to be giving you that core strength work in the gym, we're going to be giving you real explosive, short, sharp, flat out sprints that mimic the actual running style fitness that you're going to need to play soccer well. If you're just going out and doing all long running, then that speed's not going to be tapped into. And if you're just doing all explosive work in the gym, then you're still not going to be developing. We need a nice combination of all of these factors working together to make sure that your soccer running is relevant to your style of game. The final element, which goes on top of these as the cherry on top, is the speed endurance. It's all good and well to say, all right, I'm explosive and I'm fast, but if we haven't got the ability to get through a 90-minute plus match, then our ability to outrun our opposition in the latter stages of a match is going to be limited. So truth is, as much as people like to say, okay, well, we don't need any aerobic capacity for soccer, it's just completely untrue. You need the explosive, you need the speed, but you also need the ability to outrun your opposition. How many of you have someone on your team who, they might not be the fastest at a flat out sprint, but come the latter stages of a match, you can't outrun them. Reason being is they're incredibly fit. They've got a great speed endurance. So Relaxed Running, we look at tying all 3 of those factors together to make sure that you as an athlete are getting the most out of your body when it comes to your running training. All right, the second element that we want to look at is what I call progressive overload training. What does that mean? Essentially, it means as you get fitter, we make your training more difficult. So an example of that is, as you start to get more fit, the speed of which you run might get a little bit quicker, and the recovery time which you take might get a little bit shorter. At Relaxed Running, we do that in a program called a chart. It comes in 3 stages. The first stage being the easiest in terms of a slower pace and a longer recovery time. But then stage 2, pace gets a bit quicker, recovery gets a bit shorter. Stage 3 is a cherry on top of all these. It gets quite quick in the reps that we do and quite short in the recovery that we do. Now, this is a really good foundation for your speed endurance, but on top of that, we, before and after some of these sessions, implement some 100% short, sharp direction change style running. So you're not just getting your speed endurance, but you're also being able to tap into those fast twitch fibers, which obviously in a sport like soccer is essential. It's all good and well to have this information just at the forefront of your mind to understand what it is that you should be doing. But the third thing that we need is a structured plan. At Relaxed Running, our coaches work with you as an individual to make sure that it not only works around your other commitments outside of your soccer, but it works to make sure that we're doing the explosive work. It works to make sure that we're doing the speed endurance, and it works to make sure that we're doing that flat out sprinting. More than that, you and I communicate together to make sure that we're catering for your fatigue levels, your injuries, any illnesses that might pop up. We need to be adaptable and make sure the training program that we've structured is obviously followed where it can be, but also written in pencil so that when life throws a curveball at you, we can rub it out, we can adjust it, and we can move forward together to make sure that come game day, you're fit and ready and have taken all the little challenges on board effectively. Like anything else, the fourth thing I want to talk to you about is patience and consistency. Now, the truth is running tends to reward those who hang around for the longest amount of time. So if you're an athlete who's just popped out for 2 or 3 weeks every couple of years and go, oh, it doesn't matter, like the running that I'm doing doesn't make any difference to my ability to outrun my opposition come game day. Truth is, you probably haven't been consistent enough or structured enough, or even combine the three factors that we've spoken about enough effectively. So you need to be patient, you need to be consistent. If you can tie together 2, 3, 4, 5 months of training, the progress that you're gonna see in your running ability is gonna blow yours and your teammates' mind. So if you haven't considered how important these factors are, patience and consistency is something that we really encourage our members to be focused on. Now, we touched on this briefly just before, but personal guidance is one of the most overlooked factors of our running training routine. Obviously, it's great that you're getting out there and doing work with the rest of your team, but if you have specific elements of your running game that need to be focused on, we need to develop a plan which is going to make sure that we're getting more out of that element of your game. If you wanted to work together specifically with me, we'll take into consideration, all right, where are the areas we want to see improvement? How long is it until your season starts? Which part of the season are you actually in? How can we make sure that you're fit, not just for round one, but later in the season when it comes to refining for the final? So if you haven't considered yourself as an individual runner, that's something that it's really important for you to take a look at before you get on with your running training routine. Now, as I said, all of this is covered in a lot more detail over at relaxrunning.com. If you want to jump on board, you can use a coupon code, which I've linked in the description below, to save yourself 20% on your annual membership. You and I can work together, or you can just access the generic training programs to get you started. Look, it's my goal to help you as an individual transform the way you run, outrun your opposition. It doesn't matter if you're in Australia, if you're in America, if you're in Spain, the programs are adaptable and adjustable based on where you are, based on when your season starts. So wherever you are, if you need that guidance, we've got it at Relaxed Running. So make sure you take advantage of the coupon code in the description below, and hey, let's get you outrunning your opposition with ease next season.